Today we are hunting down some Christmas movies. Hello friends, I'm Tyler, welcome back to my channel, and yeah, today we're doing something a little bit different. This is something I've actually wanted to do for quite some time because I'm really in the review mode and I like doing reviews, but I feel like reviews can be a little boring when you just do them over and over, so I've been wanting to do this like new format that I think would make things a little more interesting, and it's more just you following me along on the journey of finding the film and then watching the film and then giving my thoughts at the end. So it's just a little more production rather than just like talking at you about what I liked or didn't like about the film. So, and I figured, you know, got my Santa hat on, got some lights set up. They're red and blue, but not red and green because I may or may not have a green light quite yet, but I think it still looks festive enough. I would hope. I don't know, maybe not. I'm gonna say it's festive enough, but yeah. So what better place to look than Shudder for some Christmas horror movies? So let's do this. Let's dive right in. As of just now, I don't know why some of this stuff isn't loading, but it is now December 1st and Shudder did not add any Christmas stuff. They've added The Baby was the last thing that they had on here, which I can't wait to watch. And they've added The Serpent and the Rainbow, real Christmassy. Sleepwalkers, also super Christmassy. Shocker, super Christmassy. And then The People Under the Stairs. So I guess it's just a Wes Craven month in December rather than Christmas stuff, which, I mean, I like Wes Craven, that's it works, but it's still very, very odd. Okay, so first of all, let's just go up to the search bar. Let's look up Christmas. And there's 4 Christmas titles that have popped up. I think that these have only popped up because they say Christmas in them. I'm barely certain. So let's go to the first one, Christmas Presents. What in the world? I like the name already. I don't recognize a single person in this. A group of friends gather for a holiday season in a remote lodge, but plans go awry when someone plans go awry when someone goes missing and the truth is disclosed. Christmas quickly turns to chaos and a bloody nightmare ensues. Not quite my thing. It almost sounds like if you guys have played the PS4 game Until Dawn. It very much reminds me of that. I'm not gonna bother with that. Next up is Christmas Evil. I get a kick out of this film because it essentially starts with a kid watching his mom have sex with Santa. You know, Santa, he doesn't realize that it's his dad, so he has like just a bunch of like mental issues because of that and ends up murdering a bunch of people. Yeah, it's super, super crazy. It's almost like Silent Night, Deadly Night, but not quite as good. I don't know, this has 4 stars on here, but it's also Shudder, so I would rank some bad horror films fairly high just because I enjoy them, and I think that's what most people on here do as well. You know what? So I'm gonna quit looking up through that way. We're gonna go into collections. And they have one. All right, Unhappy Holidays collection. I have no idea why Nosferatu is on here. I haven't watched the show, but apparently it's set at Christmas time, I guess. Same with this one, I've never heard that. Okay, so one thing that I have to point out, better watch out. I watched this film last Christmas because of Shudder, and oh my god, it's amazing. It is so, so good. I honestly can't think of any other film that I enjoy as much that's on here outside of, obviously, Black Christmas. But just look at this. Look at this cast list. Virginia Madsen, Patrick Warburton, DeCray Montgomery, that's the guy from Stranger Things, Billy from Stranger Things, and he's like the Red Ranger. God, this movie is just so, so, so good. As a matter of fact, make sure it's on my list. This should go without saying, but the fact that Shudder has Black Christmas on here, you have to see it. You have to, especially because of the fact that, you know, the one that's coming out currently looks absolutely fucking awful. Yeah, definitely check this one out because it's so good. It's got 5 stars on here. It's amazing. There's not really a whole lot that I was really hoping there'd be a lot better things. Ooh, We Always Find Ourselves in the Sea. This is interesting. This is a short film. A lonely man living in a desolate seaside town receives an unexpected visitor from the past. But exactly what happened between them years ago and is the visitor who she appears to be. Huh. I am very confused because it says It says, is a subtly atmospheric tribute to classics like Whistle and I'll Come to You, which I don't know that one. The Woman in Black. You know, the classic The Woman in Black. Reviews are pretty all over the place. I am kind of interested in seeing this just because it's a short film. Huh. Well, and like this, I don't know, it just seems interesting. I like that it appears to be black and white. You know what? I think we may have found... Ooh. It's a season of joy, peace, and goodwill unless you live in Bailey Downs. Last Christmas Eve, 2 teens came to a grisly end in a school basement. Now 1 year later, a new set of horrors has come to town. As 3 friends explore the site of the massacre, a malevolent spirit is determined to keep them there forever. And when the local family seeks reconciliation with an estranged aunt for the wrong reasons, they suddenly find themselves running in terror from Krampus, the demonic anti-saint. You know what? Cast William Shatner. I mean, you guys, I think we found it. I think we found it. Yep, okay. This is gonna be the one that we watch. It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, so we'll get this going. Well then, that was quite the experience. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this somewhat brief, and until the last like 15 minutes I was ready to say that this was a complete waste of time and absolute trash. However, the film kind of turned things around with its final segment for me. Oh, god, there's just so much with this film that's very, very off, and I think the main thing is that it's somewhat of an anthology film, except it still cuts between the stories, and I get why they do that because of the ending. However, it really doesn't work like at all. These should have just been their own like separate stories, just like with any of these other Christmas anthology films or Halloween anthology films. They usually go, you know, one at a time. At least the good ones usually do. For this one, it was just a little too much separation, and you know, you'd leave one story for a little too long, and none of the stories were super satisfying outside of the Santa one. I really liked the Santa one. There's one about a family going to get a Christmas tree and then something happens with their kid. There's another about a family trying to go visit their grandma and then get found by Krampus. Then there's one with Santa's elves, Santa up in the North Pole, and then there's a fourth one that's like radio, that's more of just like a transitional story. The one with the kid, just garbage pretty much from start to finish. It's just not very good. The lead lady is just really annoying and she just does a lot of stuff. Like the guy is being much more, I don't know, how you would act in the situation, and she's just kind of trying to, you know, service the plot, which just doesn't work and ends up being really bad. Just the twist in it is really stupid, and there's just a lot of really dumb just decisions being made throughout that whole story. Oh yeah, and then there's the kids in the mental institution. That's another one that's just really lame, especially once it actually gets to its conclusion. It gets even lamer. The ending of that one's probably the worst of all. And then the one with Krampus and the family, that's whatever. I enjoyed the characters a little bit more, but it was still pretty middling. But the one that I really enjoyed was the one with Santa, because it's kind of like a zombie, like the elves get turned into zombie type things and start attacking Santa, and he has to like work his way out. I liked that one because it provided for just better filmmaking than the rest of the movie. And now there's something I have to get into, and so I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for a Christmas horror film, this one isn't the best, but it's something you can throw on during the season. Now, getting into spoilers, I fucking loved that ending because the like radio thing that they show throughout, the guy's like sidekick dude, I noticed he looked like Santa, but I just assumed that, you know, it was just reusing actors and just a quiet little nod. But no, it's that this guy's gone crazy. He's not really Santa, and the whole elf thing hasn't really been happening. It's all in his head, and he's actually been murdering this mall of people for this like donation for the Christmas donations. And yeah, it's awesome to see because I was not expecting that, and it was just really cool, to the point that that's the only segment you need to see. There just needs to be an edit, a little short film where it's just that section, because then it would be great. It'd be great. But as is, the whole entirety of the film it's pretty boring. And they just, I don't know, based on the cover and like even why I chose it, having William Shatner in it, I thought that it would be more fun, but no, it's very serious and just not a fun time. So that sucked, but yeah, that's really all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this new little format. I'm gonna do it in the future as well, but more just like finding random things on Shudder. This one just seemed opportune time to do a Christmas movie and introduce this new format, and so I hope that you guys like it, and it's not the last you've seen of it. I hope that you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hey friends, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out this video that YouTube thinks that you would like.